Well, my wife told me not to sell the black 4th gen, and I didn't listen. And then I built a Cherokee, and I found out pretty quick that the cheap thing's not for me. If you have owned one of these or even driven one of these, you probably understand the build quality difference between, a Toyota and a Jeep. It's just so different, and I love these 4th gens, so I told myself if I ever got another one, it's going to be a V8. So a friend of a friend was selling this '04, and I was getting ready to go look at it, and he was asking like upwards of like $8,000, which was a little high, but these things hold value pretty well, especially the V8s. So I was getting ready to go look at it on a Saturday, and he listed it sold. I'm like, yo, what's up, dude? And he's like, I was doing something I shouldn't have been, and I ran off the road, and I hit a mailbox, and it messed the side up. So I said, I could still buy it. I'll fix it. So I snagged it for $3,000, which was a really good deal. I mean, you could still drive it. It's just mainly body work. It's a 2004 limited V8. It's got 240,000 on it. And yeah, I trailered it here, and I immediately tore it apart and started doing my thing to it. So I got the Toytech Superflex HD coils in the back and the Panhard correction. I also did the Freedom Off-Road upper and lower adjustable links. It's got 1.5" Fat Pat's body lift, just like my last one. I did the Freedom Off-Road upper control arms again because I had really good luck with these on my black build. So it looks like they redesigned them a little bit. I think they have different ball joints in it. And this dust cap is aluminum, billet aluminum. The last set I had was plastic. So that's cool to see. And I went with the Toytech Alumiseries Boss 2.0 front coilovers. Those things are pretty sweet, man. I'm excited to get out and see how they do. Wheels and tires, I went with the Maxxis Razor MT 35 12 50 17, and the wheels are -14, 4.5-inch backspace, Threat Off-Road. I believe these are the Maze, and they're true B-locks. These held me up for a little bit because different tire manufacturers make their bead thicker or skinnier depending on the tire. These Maxxis have a really thick bead, so I had to get B-lock ring spacers to go back behind here. If you can see them in there, it's that silver part. It's only a 1/4-inch thick ring, but Threat don't actually make the spacers, so I had to source spacers that would fit these, and I actually found a set. And that made it fit perfect because with a B-lock ring, you don't want these bolts to put this ring on an angle because it puts side load on the bolts. So that held me up for a little bit, but I can drop them things down as low as I want PSI-wise and not have to worry about it. The front bumper is a Coastal Off-Road do-it-yourself kit. They're a Canadian company. They do awesome kits, man. This thing fit up really well, and their lead times was pretty quick. I think I had this bumper, it was under 2 weeks when I placed the order. I did cut the center bull bar down. They send it pretty high. I think I took 3 inches out of it. I just wired up the fogs today. I ran them to the factory fog light plug, so it works off the factory fog light switch. when he sideswiped the mailbox, it blew this headlight out. So I just went ahead and did the 06 conversion. So it's got 06 headlights, 06 grill, 06 and up headlight fillers. It messed the hood up a little bit right here, but that'll be all right. Messed the fender up too, but I ain't worried about it. This door and this door, I tried to find a clip and put in. They were mangled bad. They were pushed in real far. Ripped the door handles off of it, but it did not mess up the A or B pillar. So I got on carpart.com the next day and found these two doors, same color, for $500. Ran and grabbed those, and then I was left with the quarter panel. It was pushed in pretty far right here. So I pulled almost all of it out, and there's just a skim coat of bodywork in there. This is the correct paint. There's 4 variances, but the rest of the vehicle is real faded. So you'll never get a perfect match even if you blend in. So my bodywork is back here. I blended up here and re-cleared the whole roof rail. These rear coils are HD coils, so that you get 3 inches of lift with 200 to 300 pounds additional weight. So I'm gonna have to build a back bumper and put a tire carrier on it to bring that down a little bit. The factory hitch is gonna go I was gonna take the rock sliders off of the 5th gen and put on this, but the wife wants me to leave them on the 5th gen, which I kind of like them on there too, because it does protect the doors from door dings, and they kind of shield rocks from hitting the bottoms of the doors. So I'm either gonna buy a set for this or just build my own. Checking on a price of 2x2 square tube and like 2x6 rectangular tube. See how much it costs just to fab a set up, because I got a welder and I can do that, but we'll see. I built my own rear pan hardbar with Heim joints. I just painted it earlier today, so that'll go on. Once I get that on, I'll be able to take this thing down the road. I think I've only driven it up the road and back once since I've did all this, so I'm excited to get out and experience the V8 and see how it handles. But yeah, this is what I've been up to. Inside's pretty clean. Driver's side, of course, has, you know, a little bit of tearing on the side of the seat, but my daughter brings her toys out here. But other than that, the dash is cracked. I mean, 4th gen thing. But yeah, the frame on this thing was super clean, so it was a good candidate. I chopped the body mount, but I'm going to end up doing the relocation like I did on my black one. I also did the fender trim. It's pretty aggressive. But yeah, just these 35s are pretty big, and that'll clear most scenarios, but it'll probably contact it if I take it to Rouse Creek. So but yeah, the frame is super nice on this. Not bad for $3,000. I mean, I got a pile of money into it already, but I do want to add a rear spoiler as well, color matched. I never understood why Toyota didn't put spoilers on these. They just look weird without it to me. I went back and forth on, I was going to paint the whole thing, and then I was going to Raptor line the whole thing, and all my buddies were like, don't Raptor line it, you're going to ruin it. It looks fine the way it is. I mean, I guess they're somewhat right, but The fading kind of sucks. But for something I'm just gonna run back and forth to work in the winter and take on the trails, this thing's perfect. Let me know if you have any questions. I still gotta figure out a skid plate, and the O-ring on the oil housing is the O-ring when it's leaking a little bit. So I gotta do that. But yeah, it was, he had it serviced at Toyota all the time. It had the timing belt and water pump done at 195,000, so it should be good for a while. Memory serves me correct, the pre-VVTi, even if the belt breaks, it won't mess anything up. But thanks for watching, guys.